See how easy it is to get on with life? See how easy it is to wake up to the new consciousness? See how easy it is to come into that awareness that you are the center of spiritual living? At least for this 45 minutes, and then when you walk out the door, you forget it. How do we remember these things? How do we make sure that we stay in that place of consciousness? Well, if you were paying attention when George and I were doing announcements, we gave you all of the places and the times and the locations and the events by which you could be in that spiritual consciousness almost 7/24. There is so much going on in this center that our calendar is now probably going to have to go to 2 pages. The only next thing I think that we could do would be to build dorm rooms so we could just live here. Wouldn't that be great? Don't you just love this group of people? Wouldn't you just like to live with everybody right here all the time? Don't say no. Yes. Yes. Well, we all live here together in the Coachella Valley unless you're visiting. And that's close enough. You know, life is moving at a rapid space, time. There is pain, suffering, and war, and killings, and death going on in the world right now. My best estimate is that that's been happening throughout all time. What has changed? Well, we know it now instantly. We're actually watching it as it's happening. We're going through the experience of so much, so fast, so often, that I would imagine, like me, it's probably breaking your heart. We spent some time this last week acknowledging and recognizing a tragedy of 9/11. Remembering the families and the loved ones that moved into the next transition out of some choice made by some individuals because they were feeling so much pain and so much suffering on their end, and we couldn't understand it. Rarely do we understand the pain and the suffering of the individual who is homeless, residing right outside of our gated community for whatever reason, and trying to figure out their reason has no business in my mind. Nor do I feel that it is necessary for me to save every homeless person, or every person that's in suffering, or every person that's in pain. What I do feel compelled to do is to approach my perception, because this is where I have power. This is where I have control. This is where I can direct my life, is by bringing my perception to compassion. I do not have your answer. You have your answer. I may be able to guide you and facilitate you in a process of trying to bring that forth, but your answer lies within you. And the way that I find my answer is to pay attention to what my thoughts are, what my words are, what my actions are in my life. And if I can make a transformation here, then I know that it will vibrate out in that way that energy moves. and it will begin to overflow and influence others, and they will begin to change and transform their lives also. That's what I know that I can offer at this time in this place. That's what I have available to me, is my perception, my compassion, my understanding. So when I see the pain and the killing and the death and the hunger and the homelessness and the anger and the hate, the best that I can do right now is to put compassion into my perception, to try to understand that there is a greater plan, that the divine is unfolding right before us. And I want to be a part of that. I want to be on the leading edge of that. I want to be in the forefront of the unfolding of consciousness as it comes through. And in order to do that, I know that I have to change some of the patterns and some of the habits and some of the ways in which I think. Because it's my thinking that got me here, and some of it has been good and some of it hasn't. But when I am able to grasp a hold of what I'm thinking and what I'm saying and get really paying attention to it, get really clear about it, then I can change my perception and the world about me changes. And it's always for better. It's always for good. So when Ernest Holmes, back to our topic of the day, talked about, there were 4 different paragraphs that we were to read. One was about prayer. One was about forgiveness. Dean. One was about focus, and one was about the abundant universe. 4 simple steps. Pray. If you are going to pray, you must first believe that there is a divine intelligence. You must first believe that there is a higher power. You must first believe that there is a God. Call it whatever you will. Otherwise, what are you praying to, or for, or with, or from? You've got to have an understanding that there's something there. Figure out to the best of your ability what that is. And then you'll find that your prayer is very simple. It might just be, thank you, thank you, thank you. Because I know that there is something there. I don't know what it is, but I know that it's there because I've had that moment of bliss. I've had that moment of awareness. I've had that moment of healing and of truth. And I want to return back to that. So I'm praying from that place where I know that I know that I know. And that's what I'm praying with, and that's what I'm praying to. God is my source, God is my life, God is my essence. God lives within me. God is my perception. All of this becomes good. The forgiveness is about that idea of, and what have I been saying about others? Oh, well, what have I been saying about others that have been saying things about me? Well, see, there's another way that I fall into it. What have I been saying about myself? Have I gotten up in the morning and said, oh, Michael, you are just dynamite. Way to go. I like to do that. Try it. It works quite well. The most important thing is what you think of yourself. What are you thinking of yourself? Are you taking care of yourself? Are you treating yourself? Are you taking yourself on vacation? I do. And it's good. It's very good. Stay focused. What's important? What is important in your life? Really? The next new iPhone? That's your most important thing in life? Did you get yours yet? Oh, okay. Kindle Fire is mine. I've ordered one.